If you're a beginner, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This class is for you. So our half length is 18. I added 1 inches to half length. On the bust measurements, on the bust is 15.5. So I'll chalk my 15.5 and I'll add half inches. The half inches is an allowance for the shoulder, so I'll make it 16 inches. 16 inches. Then from our shoulder to our nipple, is 11.5. This is I'll mark 11.5. Then I'll cut it straight. If you don't have a ruler, just make sure you measure 11.5 all through. So you chalk it straight. This is our under bust. You also chalk it straight like this. So our bust is 45. 45 divided by 4. Our bust is 45. So you divide this by 4. 4 divided by 2 will give you 22.5. So that's 22.5. 22.5 divided by 2, it will give us 11.25. That's 11 1/4. In your table, this is 11 inches, 11 1/4, 11 1/2, and this is 12. So this is what we have been using, 11 1/4. So before that, you measure 2 inches. That's your breast. That's the princess that allowance. You measure 2 inches. So we'll be cutting it out. But this is the easiest way to cut a princess cut. This method will stress you at all. Just measure 2 inches straight. Then you chop it down. Measure 2 inches, you chop it down like this. That's the princess cut, princess that allowance. We'll be moving it. This is a straight method. It will be easy for you to understand. So the shoulder is this is the length. Let me straighten it up so you can understand what I'm doing. So our shoulder is 8.5. So you measure your 8.5. You just add half inches to it. Half inches. That will be the sleeve sewing allowance. The armhole. What you used to hold the armhole be half inch. That will make it 9. So you chop your 9. So from there you go in by 1 inch here. You go in by 1 inch. You know the shoulder is not straight. You make it slant. So from here you slant it this way. You slant it to this spot like this. Hope you can see it. So from there you measure your armhole. Our armhole is, I'll be using 9 inches for armhole. This is the armhole, 9 inch. So you make it straight. So from there you divide the armhole into 2. This is 9 divided by 2. That will give you 4.5. So you come in here by 1 inch because you don't want any folding at the armpit. So like this, you slant this way. So from there you use your, if you don't have a cuffing ruler, you can use your free hand to cuff it. Just make sure it's cuffed like this. So this is the armhole. So from this part you measure your bust. From where the armhole stops, you measure your bust. And our bust is 45. Like I said, so that's 11.5. The division is 11.5. You measure your 11.5. You can see you will not start from the edge. You start from the 2 inches we left. This is 11.5 plus your 2 inches. Make sure you leave 2 inches for your allowance. If you like, you can leave 1 inches, but I prefer using 2 inches for my allowance. That's for my inner allowance. This one is different. This is the princess that allowance, and this is the main allowance. So after that, your waist is our waist is 38. So I'll divide 38 by 4. Divided by 2 will give me 19. 19 divided by 2, that will give me 9.5. 9.5. So from here, I will start my 9.5 here. I'll add my 2 inches as well. I'll add my 2 inches straight up, straight down. If you can see what I'm doing, this is the under bust, this is the waist. So our waist is 9.5, like this. You measure 2 inches. So from here you slant. You slant like this. So this is the first step to draft a princess dart bustier. So now I'll be cutting it out. Before I start cutting out my measurements, I'll have to cut the back first to make it straightforward. I want this step to be straightforward so you can understand properly. You cut out. Remember, on the chalk you cut on it. So you cut out this way. I want to make it easy and straightforward, easy to understand. I don't want to cut out the breast tube and start pinning. So this is the front. So we go to the back, cut out the back. I want to make this video fast. So my back allowance, that's the zipper part. I can try to make it 2 inches allowance, depending on the size of the materials you have. I try to make it 1.5 inches allowance. But in this situation, I'm making it 2 inches allowance. If you want it to be 1.5, you reduce. Please subscribe to my channel if you're a beginner. This YouTube channel is for you. So after that, I'll be cutting out it out. So you pin it down like this. So it will be easy to cut. You pin it down. You pin some parts down. Yeah. So let's cut this way. This is the back. We are cutting out the back. Like so. We cut out. Yeah. This is the cutting out. This is cutting it out. So this is the back and this is the front. So we have inches already. So for you can see I did not remove the darts allowance at the back. This is what you do. This is 2 inches here. So here you measure your darts. I'll be using my darts as 4.5. I'll be using the dart length. I'll make the dart length 7 inches. 7 inches like this. Remember, our half length is what? 19. So I'll make it 7 inches. Sorry, let's make it 8 inches. Let's make that 8 inches. It's okay. So my dart allowance is 4.5. I start from this part. So 4.5 plus my 2 inches are 6.5. So this is it. This is the dart. So like that. This is how you hold the dart by just ½ inch. If you are holding the dart by ½ inch, this is it, like this. So when putting the zip, to make your back firm, when putting the zipper part, just make sure when you are adding the zip, make sure you measure 1 inch at this waist part. You turn your lining by ½ inches already. So this part is meaning 1.5. After turning lining to 1.5, so you come in here. When coming this way, instead of me cutting the waist part as in cutting it to make it firm, so just hold the dart like this. So you made this one 1.5. After turning your lining, the allowance is 2 inches, turning lining ½ inches. Then you make this part 1.5, and you make this part 1 inch, so that it won't affect the dart so much. So this is it. So after that, you cut your breast. So this is where we are going. I'm about to cut the breast cut. Now listen attentively to this. Just follow me on this. So from there, I told you our nip. This is our bust points from shoulder to bust, BP. This is our under bust, UB, and this is our waistline. So we are making use of these 2 inches we added this part. So the nipple to nipple is 4.5. My client's nipple to nipple is 4.5. So I'll be adding just half inches for the sewing, just half. I'll make it 5. So I'll measure my 5 downward like this. I'll make it a straight line. Hope you can see. I use free hand also, but pattern drafting is also okay. Straight down like this. Then from here, I'll be measuring 4 inches. I'll come down from the shoulder by 4 inches. Then I will remove. You know, I added 2 inches here. I added 2 inches to this part, so I'll be removing my 2 inches. Tell me to remove my 2 inches because of the sewing part. I'll remove just 1.5 inch. You know, after sewing, it means you are removing 2 inches. After you sew quarter, you'll be moving it to be next to the 2 inches you added. So I'll be moving my 1.5 here. This is the under bust to the waistline to measure 1.5 here. So from there, you now curve. This is where the work is. You can make use of your curving ruler to curve this, or you can use a free hand. From there, you curve this to this is the bust point. You curve like so. If you can see what I'm doing, you curve like this. Look at the cuffing. This is the first cuffing. So after that, you are going to curve the second part to this part as well, like this. So from there, you curve this part to this part. You must not have this sharp edge. This is how it goes. So from there, don't allow it to have a sharp edge. You curve this way. So this is a princess that. And if you want your princess that bust, you have to come out more. Just add 2.5 inches from the start. Then you remove 2 inches. So imagine you removing 2 inches. It will curve more. Let's assume I remove 2 inches. This should be the 2 inches. So it will curve out more. So it depends on how you want it to be. This my client is busty, so I don't want the breast to be too much. She doesn't want it to be too big. So that's why I make it this way. Hope you understand. You can make it 2.5 to make it come out. So after that, then you cut out. This is what it looks like. After cutting out, there is one more thing. This is what it looks like. There's one more thing. You know the shoulder, we added 2 inches as well. The reason why we added 2 shoulder is that after doing this part to make it equal. So I'll be measuring, you know, I measured 8 inches. My class measurement is 8.5. I added half inches, that's 9 inches. So I'll be equivalent to the 1.5 I added. So I'll be removing it here. 1.5 and 1.5. Hope you understand. So I'll make this shoulder part my exact 9. This is my shoulder. I make it 9 and I cut out. So after joining this part, it will make it equal. And if there is little excess, you can trim. If there's excess, you can trim. That's this. So this is this and that. So after this, I'll be transferring this to my materials, to the Ankara fabric also. I'll be transferring it. Let's cut out the neck. It's a round neck. I'll make the neck width 3 1/4. That's 3.25. Like so. So after the whole thing will be 3 1/2. So I'll make the length. Though the neck is not too low, I'll make it 6 inches. So from there, this is how it should look like in four corner. So I will trace it out this way. I'm starting from here to cut the neck. I'm not starting here because we cut out the princess cut already. So after that, you chop this way. It's a round neck. So this is it. So then after the back, you measure your 2 inches. Then you measure your 3 1/4. Just a small neck at the back. So I'll make the length 2 inches. Then I will cut. So that's for the neck. Sorry, I want to make it fast. So I'm eating something. I want to make it fast. So from there, I'll be transferring to my fabric. So this is me cutting it out on the fabric. Trying to make this fast. I don't want it to be too long. So you cut it out like so.
Hi lovely, welcome back again to my channel. Thank you so much for.
So this is the front, this is the back, this is the cutting. Now I'll be cutting the breast too. I have to do this behind the scene because I don't want the time to be long. I don't want the video to be too long. So I'll be using a soft wadding. I told you earlier my client is Bustier. So I'll be using a soft wadding. This is how you cut the wadding. So you place your fabric on this, on it like this. So you adjust the front. You adjust this to the front. Don't allow this thing to go up. This is where it should just reach. The breast tube should be. So from there you measure the underbust. That's where the breast tube will stop. From here to the underbust. Our underbust is 15.5. I told you we had average down 16. So you fold. This is it. We're cutting this way. Okay, I'm using a soft wadding. So you cut out this way. So after that, this part will not allow it to show white sewing, so you trim it out. So this is it. So after this cutting, I'll be doing another video on how to sew it. And as for this, you pull this one here. This point indicates where the outlet is reaching. This point like this, so you fold as well. Cut out. So you cut it out this way and you straighten it up. This is it. This is the side. This is the side cutting. And just trim out a bit to center the armor. This is what we need. So after this, I'll be placing this one on the wadding so it won't be seen. This thing, note there's a part that is gumming, so I'll put it this way. So this is the part that is not gumming and the one that is not gumming, so we cut out. So that you won't mix it up. I'm trying to manage my wadding here. I don't know. This is the middle one I can. This is one that I'm fine right now. So this is it. This is the side. So you gum this part. The second side you gum. So I'll be doing another video to show you a detailed process on how to sew this princess that's Bustier. Bye.